Hey everybody, this is Brittany here with Surfing Waves of Light. Today I'm coming to you to channel a video and give a brief update on what's going on in the energies over here. So my back is a lot better but still hurts, and I'm definitely being guided to rest, not surf, not do a lot, don't do a lot of sessions. So in that inspiration, I've been guided to channel more and do more inner work on myself. I am happy to report, and this started before I hurt my back. This is the first time that I have been able to do 36 lessons in a row every single day. And that's taken me a couple of years to get to as far as discipline. So I'm really excited about that. I've gone on some long streaks, but so far I'm, 36 for 36, which is awesome. And I'm really doing the exercises and remembering, and I just wanted to share that with you all because I'm sure I'm not the only one who has had the Course in Miracles in their life but isn't always able to fully bring that information in or listen. So anyway, that's a little update on me. I'm going to try to put out a channeling video every day for a while, at least until my back gets better. And I really love this work, and I'm trying to let go of any low frequency ideas in my mind that tell me that I'm not worthy to do it or I'm not good enough or all the things that can come. So we'll see, and I'll let you guys tag along on my journey. So for now, I'm gonna get ready to channel a message, but before I do that, Greg has been asking me to make videos about my dreams and share them. He said that he feels that sharing my dreams would be could be important for the work that I do. And just so you all know, I am an avid dreamer. I've been dreaming every single night since I was a child. When I used to watch a lot of scary content, I had a lot of scary dreams. I stopped watching scary movies, and now a lot of my dreams have different energies to them. So I'm going to share my dream from 2 nights ago, and then I'm going to channel a message. Hope you enjoy. Okay, so yesterday I woke up and my dream was that I was on the beach and the ocean was really stormy and hurricaney, and I went to go, there was a cliff, like a sand cliff on the beach, and then the high tide was really high, so the cliff was tall, like 10 or 14 feet tall. And I went to go down near the ocean, and there was just a little bit of space between the ocean and the sand that was on the lower section, and the tide was coming in and the ocean was really strong, and I was scared that the ocean was going to sweep me away because I kept trying to climb up this sand dune and I couldn't get up it. So I couldn't climb the wall, like the sand would break or it was too tall. So then I go over to a different area, and the wind picks me up and carries me 15 feet into the air and lands me on my feet on the top of the sand dune. And then from there, I see some of my friends at the top, and they're all musicians, and I'm in a band with them. I play drums and I sing, which I don't know how to play drums in real life. And like, it's sort of a flash to like us meeting up before a gig, and I'm new to their band and they're excited to have me, and we're getting ready to go do that, like practice and then go do a gig or something. There's 5 of us. The next part of my dream, I'm back at Sabogies, which is a restaurant I worked at when I was 14, 15, 16, 17, like 3 or 4 years. I worked there in the summers, and it was a little breakfast place, breakfast and lunch, and I was a hostess for a while. I bussed, and then I became a waitress, and that was my first real job. So I'm at Sabogies, and someone orders a coffee, a husband and a wife. They order a coffee, and the husband wants oat milk, and I'm running around to every fridge, every closet. I cannot find oat milk anywhere. And then and then the woman orders a coffee too, but I never get around to getting her coffee because I go into one of the closets, and on a top shelf, there's a baby just sleeping like way high up on a shelf with just a plain like flat wood shelf, no guards or anything around it. So I like grab that baby by the head because I can barely reach and I'm so scared it's gonna fall, and then it kind of like falls into my lap. And I'm like, who left this baby in the closet? Like, we're busy, it's like a busy work shift. And then someone takes the baby or whatever, at least it's not up on the shelf anymore. And I can't find the oat milk. And then my boss is like, well, you never even poured the woman her coffee. And I was like, well, I couldn't find the oat milk. And then some of my cousins were there, and there was like a fight or something that broke out. Like something happened, some altercation. My one cousin was really mad, and she's like fighting with these people, and I like go around. I leave the restaurant. I go around at a very specific angle. I see one guy has a machine gun, and I'm like trying to take a shower though. That is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to find a shower, but I'm also just trying not to get shot. And I just go around and like find this tree, and I'm at like a good angle where I wouldn't get shot. And I think that's the end of my dream. So yeah. All right. So now I'm going to channel a message. Let's see what the guides have to say. Greetings, dear beings. We are the Arcturian Council, and we are pleased to connect with all of you. We are, in fact, a sect of the Arcturian Council, an entire conglomerate, so to speak, of energies that are dedicated to assisting with the learning, the education, and the coaching of beings on this planet. Our education objectives are to assist you in mastering your minds and becoming more aware of the presence of love that is around you. And so what we do is we investigate and we explore how to best educate and influence a human consciousness in alignment with its chosen path and purpose in this lifetime. You see, our objectives are never obscure. We have a 100% dedication to unconditional love, and it is through that perspective, that intention, that we apply, that we do all of our research, development, and action. And so we are here today because we wish to talk to you about what it means to follow spirit, to allow yourself to get an education in how to integrate unconditional love more fully into your day-to-day lives. You see, underneath all of the distraction, unconditional love is a choice made by the mind, day in and day out, moment by moment by moment. And so while some beings pray and ask us to change their minds for them, this is not something we can do. We cannot take away your choice. No, you are there to embody unconditional love, which in its fullest meaning that we can ascribe is that you're choosing love in every moment. Unconditional love for yourself, for your environment, for your situation. For the form is different, and yet everyone is facing the same things. And we see this. So we look to see how we can help the human mind to understand how to receive our messages and how to make that choice. Some of our research comes down to affixing you all with specific definitions on what unconditional love truly means. And as the human mind is accustomed to learning through sitting in chairs in classes and watching PowerPoint slides and listening to teachers, our style of teaching is much different. For we know that experience is the best teacher. So we do not waste our time sending you PowerPoint slides or lecturing you on how to do this and how to do that. Of course, we bring our guidance through this being, but none of these sessions are required. No, they are just assistance in helping you to make that choice of unconditional love. And so we best teach through the facilitation of experiences. We are all about experiences. We know that the external world you are experiencing is a reflection of the inner mind. And so we can use your attunement with the external world to help you to reveal, to acknowledge, to become aware, to hold space and clear unloving ideas and beliefs through your interaction with the world, through the experiences we bring you. And so we now have this being right where we want her, with a mild amount of back pain, just enough that she is not able to do all of the physical busy things that she normally does, but not so bad that she cannot do other things. And so we have set this fine-tuned area because this is a time of great growth for this being. It is yet another time in her life for her to take a step back from all the ideas she has about what she thinks she needs to be doing, and come into softness, gentleness, slowness yet again. And so in response to that dictate from us, her ego says, there is so much to do. There is clients to meet with. There is money to be made. There is establishing of independence to acquire. And yet we have her exactly where we want her. This back pain is not only bringing unloving ideas to the top of her mind, but it is also going to be a facilitator for increasing her healing journey, for taking her journey up to the next level. And this is exciting. And this is how we teach, you see. This is how we work with you. We work with you through experience. And all you need to know is that no matter what is right in front of you, whether it is a crazy screaming lady who is acting completely insane, a unconditionally loving healer, or anywhere in between, a situation that is good, a situation that is bad, your house is burned to the ground, your friendship has ended with someone, a family member is causing you an issue. We want you to know that these conditions are perfect. That part of your journey here on earth is to learn how to unconditionally love yourself in spite, no matter what is going on around you. That is fully embodying spirit, is to be the peace, is to be the calm, even when the images around you, the relationships around you do not seem perfect. Because the perfectionism held in the mind, the one conditioned and trained through schooling where you only did good enough if you got A's and answered the questions and showed up on time and like a monkey jumping through hoops in a circus, that is the training you received. And so you even have a misunderstanding about what education is. Education is not memorization of rote topics. It is the integration of experiences as experienced through your perception and clearing those lenses with training of the mind that comes from a higher source. You see, these systems were not created in the higher source. No, they were created here on earth on this dimensional consciousness. And that is the consciousness it best serves. There are always pros to everything. There are always ways to learn through everything. But now at this time, your intention for many of you listening to this channel, in fact, we would say 100% of you's intention in listening to this channel and the other spiritual and loving channels out there on this platform, your goal at this time is to raise your vibration, raise your consciousness, ascend from the third dimension into higher realms. And so experiential learning is the form of learning that is going to best serve you. The experience of knowing what is going on around you, the experience of feeling what you are feeling, beginning to unpack the compact trash can that your body, mind, spirit complex has become from all the garbage that has been thrown at you day in and day out, moment after moment after moment. Consider this, dear beings, because we see many of you frustrated with yourselves when you are not floating on a cloud or finding peace in every moment. You are unraveling a extremely tight-knit sweater or blanket, one that has been reinforced day in and day out, not only in the most impressionable times of your life in your younger years, but for years and years and years after that. And so we know that in the consciousness of time, the unraveling of these things, it is going to take time. It is going to take repetition of experiences for you to change your reaction to them. And progress is the only meter we are looking for. We are not looking for perfection. We are looking for centimeters, milliseconds, small amounts of progress for you in each experience, in each moment. And when things come to you, like a back injury, like a knee injury, like a chronic illness, we ask you to take time away from your life to address something important, to address some aspect of yourself that needs elevating so that you can fully step onto your light path. You can live this life from a third dimensional consciousness. You can go through the entire thing from unloving thoughts and ideas and still have many good experiences. And yet when we facilitate an experience for you, especially a tougher lesson, like a tougher lesson for the ego, like a loss of a loved one, a chronic illness, a loss of job, any sort of perceived loss that we know will be hard on you, know that we are facilitating that from your planned consciousness, from your soul's plan on this earth, with the most unconditional love, because we know that as you transmute that experience, you come out the other side a shifted being, one that is taking the next step on the light path, not on the long way around the third dimensional consciousness, which will take you down many ravines and detours and routes that are not necessary for the journey. So as the department heads of the educatory aspects of the Arcturian Council, we want you to know that you are doing an amazing job. And we want you to know that if you can take in every experience, every moment, every dream, every message, really ground that in, really look for what that means to you, we can assist you in great leaps and bounds. But it requires some discipline. It requires some stepping aside from all the fear that is clogged into your minds, making room for peace so that you can hear us, so that you can sit long enough with something to say, I know this is serving me. And then train your mind to be consistent in that belief. It is not only in saying it once or doing your lesson or having a positive mindset. It is choosing second by second, moment by moment, that unconditionally loving thought for self, whatever that is. Choose you. Choose your light path. For we promise the most abundance that can come to you comes on that path. Abundance in the form of love, in the form of a nice place to live, in the form of a nice relationships with the beings around you, a nice relationship with yourself, any sort of monetary needs you have to achieve these things. We always give you everything you need. So look for the peace in each situation so that you can receive it. For when you are in the busy ego mind, when you are in that constant flux of chaos, controlled or not, you cannot hear us and you cannot receive our gifts. And we give our gifts through our energy, through your experience. But if your mind is not seeing them, there is nothing that we can do, for the perception of the receiver is the only one who can make that choice. Know that introducing these ideas into a conditioned mind, sometimes these ideas will be in your field for years and years before you can fully integrate them. And that is okay. For when you were trained in the 3D consciousness, the same applied. You did not become accustomed to the cultures of your society through one experience. Those ideas were placed in your field year after year after year as you went through your grade school system, your high school system, your college system. Jumping through the hoops. You've been practicing that way of thinking, that way of doing, that way of being. And so we copy this mechanism of keeping things in your field until you are ready to fully integrate them. And the full integration of what you learned in the 3D educational system, it really only occurs years later when you follow their dictates as an adult, as a more free-willed adult. And they know it takes time to get an idea sunk into the being. But once it's there, it's hard to break. So we are meeting you not from a clear mind. We are meeting you from a congested one. So we clear the congestion and we put a little more light in. And we clear a little more congestion and we put a little more light in. And we follow this pattern until every moment is a choice of unconditional love for self, which will translate to unconditional love for others. We love you all so very much, and we appreciate you listening to our education department of the Arcturian Council. We are a multifaceted, multidimensional group, full of all the 7 rays of light there is. We bring through what is needed. We bring through what we read as love for you, the most loving things we can. And we do that by giving this being experiences, which stimulates ideas, which allows us into her remembering, into her knowledge, into her innate wisdom that we are facilitating through these 3rd-dimensional experiences. We love you all so very much, and we will speak to you again at another time. All right, everyone. So that is a channeling about the Arcturians and their educational department or something. I love you guys so very much. Thank you for being here, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. Love and light. Bye for now.